I'd never used a paint marker for miniatures before, so I figured I'd try one out and play around with the camera setup while I was at it. It's got pretty good coverage, but it's a little too goopy on the flat surface of the shield for me. On the upside, it was extremely fast. I can see how this could be useful for stuff with like a lot of trim, like in Chaos Marines in 40k. At this point, I'm just going to slap on a couple layers of gory red for a base, and then gunmetal and black for the sword and boots. Nothing fancy. I'm not super concerned about the quality of this guy. It's just a random Easterling with some pretty intense mold lines, so I'm just testing out the speed part more than anything. Pretty thick coat of Seraphim Sepia over the gold. Not going to bother highlighting in the name of efficiency, we're just going to stick with the shade. This is a pretty messy layer of 50-50 gory and bloody red. I do thin it down quite a bit, so it gets quite a bit less saturated when it dries up. Once it's mostly dried out, I'm going to hit all the sharp edges with just pure bloody red. I find using the side of a brush at an angle is the way to go for stuff like this. Get a couple of the most prominent spots with a second coat of bloody red, just make them pop, and that's it. We're done. In total, it took about 10 minutes. The gold was a bit too thick and hard to control for doing like real detail stuff, but I can see it being really handy if you like crunch out a whole army in the weekend.